knew I had to leave him. I knew I wouldn't survive it if I didn't. So I made the decision to file for divorce.
Your nose doesn't appear to be injured in any of these pictures, does it, Miss Heard? Miss Heard, respectfully, that's not my question. You have not donated, paid $7 million of your divorce settlement to charity, right?
Since we ain't about it. Pour out the bubbles, we holding our liquor down. If it's a problem, I'll go to the bar and I shut it down. Get on my section, don't bother with lames. I'm watching these bunnies bounce. Shorty your 10 and a rubber band, come on for the 100 pound. All of the talk, but don't run them out. I'm trying to be out. It's when we leave.
Então vamos lá, bem-vindo de volta. Como você pode ver, eu estou viajando, estou falando minha viagem para te atualizar do que está acontecendo do julgamento do Johnny Depp contra a Amber Heard.
How is it that you didn't just remember all of those events like this?
That's not how your memory or my memory works.
Ela tinha dito que as violências do Johnny Depp tinham começado em 2013, mas depois ela voltou e disse que na realidade foi em 2012. E ela disse que isso aconteceu quando ela foi tentar refazer uma tatuagem que ela já tinha, e aí Johnny Depp não gostou e acertou ela na cara, em 2012, ou seja. E aí quando ela foi perguntada em relação a isso, ela disse que é assim que a memória dela funciona. E ela precisou revisitar a mensagem de texto e o diário dela para recordar. Parece que a memória dela só funciona em favor dela. E aí também teve o incidente da enfermeira, tá? Que a enfermeira Erin Falati foi contratada para tomar conta da Amber Heard, ou seja, ela tinha todos os cuidados médicos para tomar conta da Amber Heard, e essa enfermeira escreveu em seu medical record, são notas que o profissional de saúde faz em relação ao seu paciente, e aquilo fica registrado, e ela também negou tudo.
When did you provide a client history to Erin Falati?
Never.
When did you first get assigned Erin Falati?
I believe September of 2014.
Okay. Now it says here that client reports a history of substance abuse, including an addiction to cocaine and liquor. When did you have a history of substance abuse, including addiction to cocaine and liquor?
I did not. There's a lot of mistakes in here.
Okay.
Então a Elaine Bredehoft repassou partes e brechas que tinha no depoimento dela, tá? Nos dias passados, porque obviamente está tendo uma repercussão megalomaníaca esse caso dela. Então, advogado, eu acredito que foi uma tentativa da advogada dela voltar e preencher certas lacunas que tinha no depoimento dela, mas foi um tempo totalmente perdido, porque basicamente ela não conseguiu fazer isso. Eu acho que ela estava querendo refrescar a memória do júri enquanto algumas coisas chaves, porque logo em seguida viria a Camille Vasquez para fazer o cross-examination.
Don't tell me what it feels like to be punched.
No, even a lot of fights been around a long time. I know. Yeah.
No, when you have a closed fist.
You get punched. You got hit. I'm sorry I hit you like this, but I did not punch you. I did not deck you. I was hitting you.
You can't
I don't know
deck
what
me.
the motion of my actual hand was, but you're fine. I did not hurt you. I did not punch you. I was hitting you.
How are your toes?
What am I supposed to do? Do this?
How are your toes?
I'm not sitting here bitching about it, am I? You are.
Oh,
That's the difference
you
between
poor
me and
toes.
you. You're a baby.
Because you start
You
physical
are
fights?
such a baby.
Because
Grow
you-
the up,
Because you start
Tony.
physical fights?
Amber, please explain to the jury what's transpiring in that audio recording, what that's about.
Well, there's two different situations that we're referencing in this fight. Two different altercations between Johnny and I involving the door. The first of which we first start talking about, where I'm talking about hitting him, I am talking about what that conversation is about the disparity. The disparity between Johnny and I in our physical fights, the disparity of how he would proactively punch me, and I would have to resort to reactively hitting him.
A Elaine Bredehoft também falou sobre o incidente da bosta na cama, tá? E ela se defendeu, que foi no dia do aniversário dela, de 30 anos, em 2016, e ela jogou toda a culpa disso num cachorrinho do Johnny Depp. O cachorrinho do Johnny Depp é um Yorkshire. Ele tem esse tamaninho assim e pesa 4 quilos. Fica meio, impossível. Eu espero realmente que o time do Johnny Depp traga essa foto de novo, porque fica claro que é impossível um cachorro de 4 quilos fazer uma sujeirada toda na cama. E o cachorro ainda tem raiva do Johnny, porque a sujeirada só tá do lado do Johnny. Sacou? Então... tá foda, entendeu?
What, if any, issues did Boo have with bathroom problems, if you will?
Objection leading and relevance.
Overruled all that.
She had eaten Johnny's weed when she was a puppy and had bowel control issues for her entire life, among some other issues. She was, we regularly had to take her to the vet to try to figure out, well, what was wrong with this dog? Never met a dog that was quite like this. So she had some control issues, hence why she liked to burrow in the bed. She liked to be in the, by the foot of the bed underneath the covers. And it was customary that they slept in bed with us, but Boo, having the issues she had, we have to leave her in bed so that she wouldn't be encouraged to go to the bathroom, which would happen almost immediately once you put her down on the floor.
Lembre-se também, guarda-costas do Johnny Depp, o Starkin Jenkins, disse que a Amber Heard chamou aquilo ali de uma brincadeira que deu errado. Não só um dos guarda-costas do Johnny, depois falando isso, como a housekeeper, quer dizer, a pessoa que cuida da casa, falou o mesmo, tá? E, mais uma vez, está todo mundo mentindo. E ela falando a verdade.
Why would that not be something you would do?
First of all, I don't think that's funny. I don't know what a grown woman does. I was not also in a pranking mood. My life was falling apart. I was at a crossroads in my life that was really serious, and I had just been attacked on my 30th birthday by my violent husband, with whom I was desperately in love and knew I needed to leave. It was not really a jovial time, and I don't think that's funny, period. That's disgusting. Johnny hears this when he's on the stairs. He made it up one flight of stairs, heard this, turned around, came bolting down the stairs, grabbed the phone from my hand, and really started screaming this time. Lit into IO, called IO every imaginable horrible name that you can say to a LGBTQIA person, for one, and any person, any human being ever. I mean, just screamed at IO some really nasty stuff. And when he was done, he says, you want to have my woman now. You want to have my bitch. You can have, you take her, you can have her. And he, with that, picks up, just pulls his arm back with the phone and throws it at my face. Hit me right in it felt like my eye. I put my head in my hands and immediately start crying. I said, "You hit me with the phone. Johnny, you hit me."
And this is an article that was in the Daily Mail on 8 April 2020. You see that? It says, Adam Waldman, Depp's lawyer, said afterwards, Amber Heard and her friends in the media use fake sexual violence allegations as both a sword and a shield, depending on their needs. They have selected some of her sexual violence hoax facts as the sword, inflicting them on the public and Mr. Depp. Do you see that?
Yes, I do.
Is this a true or a false statement?
False.
And why is it false?
Well, you have to use what I've lived through and what I've survived, calling it fake. saying that I'm harming Johnny with this, I'm harming the public with this. This is what I've lived through. And to say that it's a hoax, that these aren't even real things. I mean, after everything I've lived through and survived, and also I hadn't even spoken about the sexual abuse within my marriage.
E aí chega o momento que todos estávamos esperando, que é quando a Camille Vasquez vem fazer o cross-examination, tá? E ela já chegou com uma voadora de 2 pés na caixa de peito da Amber, tá? E tocando terror. Camille Vasquez botou, assim, tocou o terror, destruiu a Amber, como era de se imaginar. E ela já chegou perguntando: Johnny Depp era sua vítima, não era? Quer dizer,
Mr. Depp is your victim, isn't he?
No, ma'am.
Mr. Depp hasn't looked at you once this entire trial, has he?
Not that I've noticed, no.
You've looked at him, though, many times, haven't you?
Yes, I have.
You know exactly why Mr. Depp won't look back at you, don't you?
I do.
He promised you you would never see his eyes again. Isn't that true?
I don't recall if he said that.
e aí Camille disse: ele te jurou que você nunca ia ver os olhos dele de novo, não é verdade? Aí ela disse: eu não lembro disso. E Camille Vasquez: beleza, então bora reproduzir um áudio.
I don't understand. Is this what you want?
No. Oh, no, a hug will save it all. All this, everything we just been
I
through.
just wanted to touch you.
Really? After all this shit you just said?
I just wanted to give
After
you
all
a
this
hug.
shit you fucking
yes,
accused me of, you
yes,
wanna
please,
touch me?
please stop me.
Fucking,
Please stop.
you're fucking nuts.
Please, I just wanted to hug you to say bye. I didn't want to get it back.
We did that last night. It's fine. That was good enough.
No,
No, because I'm nothing to you, and I will always be nothing to you.
Calm. Calm.
What? You're not my shrink. No, you're in fucking hard. No, we'll never see each other again. You won't don't take my fucking glasses off. You don't like fucking looking at not my fucking eyes? You will not see my eyes again.
That's you and Mr. Depp in that recording.
That is.
And this is from when you and Mr. Depp met in San Francisco in July of 2016, right?
Yes, that's what it sounds like. That was in the hotel. We met once after that as well.
This is after you publicly accused him of domestic abuse.
Yes, and got my TRO.
Yeah. And he tells you you will not see my eyes again, doesn't he?
Yes, he does in that recording.
And he kept that promise, hasn't he?
As far as I know, he cannot look at me.
He won't look at you, right, Miss Heard?
He can't.
See what the jury and judge think. Tell the world, Johnny. Tell them Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp, man, I'm a victim too of domestic violence. And
Yes.
it's a fair fight. And see how many people believe or side with you.
That's your voice on that recording, right?
Yes, it is.
And you were speaking with Mr. Depp?
Yes.
And you said to Mr. Depp, quote, you can please tell people that it was a fair fight and see what the jury and the judge think. Tell the world, Johnny. Tell them Johnny Depp, Johnny Depp, a man, a victim too of domestic violence, end quote. That's what you said, right?
I was saying it to the man who beat me up, yes. I thought it was preposterous.
And the man you beat up numerous times. Right, Miss Heard?
I could never hurt Johnny.
You're here in this courtroom because Mr. Depp finally told the world that he is a victim of domestic violence.
I know that he is suing me and has sued other people or corporations that have said that as well.
Your nose doesn't appear to be injured in any of these pictures, does it, Miss Heard?
I'm wearing makeup.
Your nose doesn't appear to be injured in any of these pictures, does it, Miss Heard?
That's why I'm wearing makeup.
Right. And makeup covers up swelling, right?
Makeup will not cover up swelling. Ice will, though.
Ice will cover up swelling?
Ice reduces swelling. Normally the swelling after that kind of injury is not as bad as you might imagine, and for me, it wasn't that bad. I have a picture of it underneath the makeup. That's how I know how to reference it.
Camille Vasquez falou: não seria muito mais coerente você pegar a foto e mostrar para o júri? Isso porque ela mostrou uma foto de um hematoma desse incidente, de um hematoma assim no corpo. E ela falou, não seria muito mais coerente você mostrar o estrago que foi feito e aí pro júri? E ela falou, eu trouxe essa foto, está com meus advogados. Ou seja, ela também jogou os advogados dela na fogueira. Entendeu? Ela está dizendo, meus advogados são incompetentes porque eu dei para eles mais provas do que eles têm e eles não estão mostrando aqui pro júri. Tá sobrando até pros advogados dela, mano.
A picture you haven't produced or shown
did.
to this jury, right, Ms. Heard?
I produced everything.
But you haven't shown it to this jury.
I would very much like to. It's not my job.
$7 million in total was donated to, I split it between the ACLU and Children's Hospital of Los Angeles.
ACLU organization.
Sorry, ACLU is a prominent organization, nonprofit organization in the United States.
Yeah.
It's called the American
Right.
Civil Liberties Union, and they work on behalf of marginalized communities on the ground and in legislative reform.
Right.
And
Never
I
heard of
wanted
that.
nothing.
Sitting here today, you have not donated the $7 million, donated, not pledged, donated the $7 million divorce settlement to charity.
I use pledge and donation synonymous with one another. They're
But I
the same
don't.
thing.
Ms. Heard, I don't use it synonymously.
That's how donations are paid.
Ms. Heard, respectfully, that's not my question. As of today, you have not paid $3.5 million of your own money to the ACLU. Yes or no?
I have not yet.
And as of today, you have not paid $3.5 million of your own money to the Children's Hospital of Los Angeles, correct?
I have not yet. Johnny sued me.
So as of today, you have not donated, paid $7 million of your divorce settlement to charity, right?
I have not been able to fulfill those obligations yet.
And that's because you did want something, didn't you?
I didn't want anything and I didn't get anything.
You wanted Mr. Depp's money.
Didn't get it, wasn't interested in it.
Velho, ela vai perder esse caso. Tá? Sinto muito pra Amber Heard, mas tudo indica que ela vai perder esse caso sim. Não tá dando mais, ela tá se enrolando na própria mentira. E, bom, é isso, meus amigos. Se você gostou desse vídeo, ou se pelo menos te informou de alguma maneira, curte. Se tem alguém que ainda acredita nessa falácia da Amber Heard, pega esse vídeo e envia para essa pessoa, porque não dá mais. Tá? Não dá mais. E é isso. Tamo junto.
Pour out the bubbles, we holding our liquor down. If it's a problem, I go to the bar and I shut it down. Get out my section, don't bother with lames. I'm watching these bunnies bounce. Shorty, your 10, the rubber band, come off with 100 pounds.